Welcome back to Old World Wednesday, and in today's video I'm going to be using this awesome new Spearhead box that Games Workshop very kindly sent me over, the Cities of Ash set, and I'm going to be taking the Skaven for this and finally starting the project that I wanted to do for 15 years at least, and that is an Eshin army for the Old World. So I'm going to start at the very bottom instead of, usually starting at the very top with the kind of special cool characters. I'm going to start at the very bottom with a simple gutter runner, and then I'm going to work my way up to the cooler models. But I want to see what it looks like, how it feels, put it on a square base, get a cool basing scheme sorted for it, and just enjoy the whole process. I've wanted an Eshin army for so long, and they've finally given me the models that look so awesome, and I'm ready to do it. Before I get into that video, as always, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone out there that continues to support all three channels by watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Subscribing is important. Make sure you do that to all three channels. It really does mean a lot, and I really do thank you from the bottom of my heart. And from everyone out there who goes the extra mile and helps support the channel over on Patreon. You guys literally keep the lights on and the cameras rolling. The channels could not continue going without you guys, so thank you guys so much. As always, I try to give back as much as possible on the Patreon with extra videos and podcasts and the private Discord server and the community showcase and the painting competitions and all those kind of other bits and pieces. But then also with an awesome box set every single month. And as you guys know, this is the box set that we are giving away this month. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning the Eldar Raiders box set in all its glory, all you need to do is be signed up to the Patreon at any tier. Pretty much all I got to say right now. So let's dive in and get working on this awesome Skaven model. Okay, so this is the new Gutter Runner, Night Runner. The Gutter Runners will be next. So it's the most simplistic, the lowest rank, basically like a clan wrap version of the Clan Eshin assassin style guy. Look at the dynamic pose, absolutely incredible. Obviously fits on the new 25 by 25mm base, which is what they are now based on. I know this army is currently Legends, but I have high hopes that in the near future we will get Skaven returned to the kind of main format of the Old World. And even if we don't, I'm fine with it being Legends. I've got all the rules I need to play games with. I won't be taking them to tournaments and stuff. I just want a cool, thematic, assassin-based Skaven army to build and paint and play some fun games with. A bit more thematic. Now, for any of you guys out there who have no idea what Clan Eshin are, I'll give you a little bit of a blurb now, let you know what they are and why they exist. So, Clan Eshin is one of the 4 great clans of the Skaven, which specializes in the deadly and secretive arts of stealth, murder, poison, and assassination learned from the realms of the exotic Far East. So these guys traveled, or clans of them traveled to, packs of them traveled to like Cathay and all those kind of bits, and learned how to be ninjas and assassins. And then they brought that kind of knowledge and stuff back with them to the Old World, to the main kind of continent around the Empire. And now they ply their trades as one of the great kind of 4 clans, and all the other clans obviously have to pay for their services to have other things assassinated. Usually it's other clan like rivals and other grey seers and other clan lords that get assassinated by Eshin that are hired by the lower rank of the same organization. It's all pretty messy, but suffice to say, Clan Eshin is never short of work in the kind of Skaven political venue. Out of all the other clans which populate the Under Empire, Clan Eshin is by far the most secretive and hidden of them all. This mysterious clan has eyes and ears everywhere, and its deadly operatives are scattered throughout the Under Empire, as well as scattered about within the cities and settlements of the surface dwellers of the known world. For the right price, the black-clad agents of Clan Eshin will steal any information, commit any act of ruthless sabotage, or assassinate any rival with ruthless efficiency. Considering the treacherous nature of the Skaven, it is no wonder that Clan Eshin has become so powerful and so feared. In a race filled with sneaking, scampering cutthroat killers, the warriors of Clan Eshin rank many times above the petty vermin. Clan Eshin provides an unseen force with which the Under Empire's ruling Council of 13 and other powerful Skaven warlords maintain or gain their position of power within the highly feared caverns of the Undying Shadow. The Clan Eshin district deep in the bells of Skavenblight, many treaty pacts and claw marks, and the doom of many rivals is assured. The clan is led by Night Lord Sneak. So that would be Deathmaster Sneak. Now, unfortunately, that piece of information is currently out of date because obviously in the setting of the new Old World, if that makes sense, we're a couple of 100 years, in the past. And because they're a Legends army, they haven't gotten updated stories about what's happening with the Skaven right now. In fact, I don't know a lot about what is going on in the Under Empire at this point in the story. Has the Skaven kind of menace really permeated through all of the kind of Empire cities and stuff like that? Or is it still very much a small kind of group? Have the Skaven even traveled to the Far East and learned to be Eshin assassins yet? I don't know. I'm going to pretend they have. And all that stuff has happened. So there seems to be kind of 3 or 4 main kind of things. There's Death Masters, which are the kind of highest ranked assassins. They are the lords. They're very dangerous. They appear out of units unseen and unknown, and they butcher enemy heroes, wizards, and stuff like that. Then you have standard assassins, which are basically the hero level characters. They're pretty much just as dangerous. They're obviously having a few less attacks, a few less toughness, a few less points to spend on magical equipment that are designed to kill you, but still very dangerous, hide well in units, and then you don't really know and see them coming. Then you move down one and you have the gutter runners, which are the kind of elite infantry. They are skirmishers. They move in loose formations. They get in around behind units throwing ninja stars, which are all poisoned. And then they can assail you from the flank or rear, doing devastating amounts of wounds and helping obviously for combat res and other things. And then you go one step down to the guy that I'm painting now, which is a night runner. It's the lowest of the low in this particular organization. It's the poor rats that are just on the first rung of becoming master assassins. And they're more than happy to throw themselves at the craziest missions and do the kind of crazy stealthy stuff, which unfortunately most of the time will lead to their death, but usually the mission objective is still secured. And then around them, they will still have most of a Skaven army. There'll still be units of clan rats and stuff to kind of bolster the ranks, give the enemy something to focus on while all the assassins go around, sneaking around and doing their kind of crazy bits and pieces. There is, of course, also a Vermin Lord, which has Clan Eshin kind of equipment and stuff. One of the ones that Games Workshop did. And obviously, they've changed. That currently belongs in Age of Sigmar. And they've given no Legends rules for one of those big guys just yet. So I'm hoping they will do that at some stage. Give us back our Clan Eshin Vermin Lord. I'll obviously build and paint one and just have it ready in the collection, because there's literally no old world rules from right now, not even in the Legends format, which is kind of annoying. So as you can see, I'm doing a fairly nice, but still fairly simplistic paint job on this awesome model. In an army, I would probably field 4 units of 10 of these guys. They'd be skinning around, causing nonsense, annoying people, throwing their, like I said, poisoned ninja stars at people. Just take off wounds, clear out enemy war machines. Light cavalry, these are the bane of light cav. They will get up and find you and they will butcher you, and that will of course just leave the rest of your army just very stagnant, just some big blocks with no support, and that will of course lead to you being assaulted from all sides by the Skaven army, which I think is going to be a really cool system, and I'm hoping it kind of plays out that way in my head. Does mean I'm going to have to get myself another, because I think I want 4 units of these and 2 units of gutter runners. So that's 60 of these miniatures, because it's the same 10 rats that build each unit. So basically I've got 20 so far. I'm going to get my hands on another 40 rats. And then some of the older assassins, which I have somewhere, in order to get this force really underway. And then get the kind of 60 clan rats I already have painted up in Clan Eshin as well. What do you guys think of the Legends armies in Warhammer the Old World? Would you be interested in collecting them, or do you avoid them like the plague just in case they get like axed out of the game, or they got deleted or forgotten or anything like that? Or like me, do you just not care and you're more than happy to start an Old World collection of Legends, even though it's kind of hard to get the models and harder to structure them? Although I kind of argue the reason they're Legends is because they're being used in Age of Sigmar. So if you like using the Age of Sigmar models and converting them and being used for the Old World, then you're totally fine, which is what I'm doing with all my Legends armies pretty much. So yeah, coming up to the final few steps, just highlighting that face and the little mask that he's wearing. Obviously I've given him a nice cloth mask that will distinguish the gutter runners from the night runners. Gutter runners, obviously being higher rank, will be full black masks, a lot better at sneaking, whereas these guys just have their tan balaclavas to hide them. Obviously I wanted to give the appearance of this guy hiding in the brush. He's not fighting in a city. I'm not doing those city bases or anything like that. So these guys are out on kind of patrol or campaign or whatever. So I decided to actually add some tall bushes in front and behind him to make it look like he is actually skulking through the brush on the battlefield, sneaking up to strike his opponent, which was just a lot of fun to do. Big thanks to Green Stuff World for sending out all of those kind of grass tufts and bits that I've been playing around with so much the last couple of weeks on some models. It's making a huge difference as to like the feel of the models, and I really love it. Super gluing in some nice sponge flock here as well. Just add a little bit more growth. And with that, we will have our finished first new Skaven model for my Eshin army. I haven't done an Eshin model in quite a number of years, and I'm very excited for this to be the beginning of a nice new project. I think it sells with him like sneaking through the brush up to the enemy. I think it really does work, and it looks really cool. I'm really happy with it as a final result. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you would like to see me paint up any more of the Clan Eshin units on the channel. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekly uplights for Warhammer The Old World. I'm enjoying making them. So please do make sure to continue to watch them, like, comment, subscribe, and all that other good bits and pieces. I did take a few colourful photos at the very end where he's sneaking up on Lorenzo Lupo from my dog's Wormy. Just a fun little picture, and I think it looks really cool. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in next week's video.